Hey guys, welcome back to Everything Anime Podcast. I'm one of your host Shinry, here at the Everything Anime Podcast, topic from anime, manga, video games, TV shows, every relevant topic I talk about. Today's video is on Blue Lock. Technically the anime, seasons 1 and 2, or just Blue Lock as a whole, my opinions on it. Now, if you can't tell, kinda a newish soccer fan. I love Super Mario Strikers, love Super Mario Strikers Charged, been liking this anime or this manga a lot. But I'm just going to review the anime, not going to review the manga itself. But I have to say, Blue Lock is so fucking good. If you've not watched Blue Lock, I mean, I can't imagine you haven't, but I know people that don't watch Dr. Stone, I know people that don't watch Tokyo Ghoul, I know people that don't watch One Piece, so there might be a small percentage of you that don't watch Blue Lock, and I have to recommend it. There are so many different sports anime that you think wouldn't be intense. The original Beyblade, for example, Beyblade, Beyblade V-Force, Beyblade G Revolution, the first 3 seasons, if we ever talk about this shit was like next to Dragon Ball Z levels of like action. Like, yeah, they're just Beyblades, you think at first, but like the Bit Beast and like the way the characters act when they're charging up, like they're going Super Saiyan. I found out watching a different guy's video, a lot of Beyblade took inspiration from Dragon Ball Z. That's why you see them like getting super powered up and stuff like that. And again, in the original Beyblade season, I don't know about the new Beyblades, I don't like it, but like the original, it was intense. Like the Beyblade battles were like watching a Yu-Gi-Oh match. That's kind of like Blue Lock, where like you don't think these sports anime would be that entertaining. You don't think you'd be like, oh, it's just a regular soccer match. No, in Blue Lock, they don't have powers, but they have what they call weapons, and like so there's over like maybe 10 to 15 main characters, all with these different weapons. And one of the greatest things about Blue Lock is it can manage multiple characters at once. I mean, it's only 2 seasons. I don't know how long the manga is, but they handle so many different main characters so well. I mean, you got Isagi, who is the main character. He can smell a goal, but he can also has like some kind of spatial awareness where he can like put puzzle pieces in his head to see how like the match is gonna go and figure out a way to score a goal. You got Bachira, who sees like a monster inside of his head or a monster vision that tells him what to do, and eventually you find out he's the monster. He's got a really good backstory. All of them have great backstories. Ren, Isagi, Ren, I forgot his last name. I think, no, not Isagi. Ren Itoshi. He's got like this rivalry with his brother Sayatoshi, who's like trying to be the greatest. Well, they both want to be the world's greatest striker in the world, and you know we recently got their full backstory by the end of season 2. Baro, the king who wants to devour everybody on the field, like his style of soccer is devouring everybody. Nagi, who has control of the ball no matter how hard you hit it. Nico, who can like analyze the field. You know, Chigiri, who's my favorite character, he has like intense speed. His backstory with his knee was really great. Who else? There, like, again, keep remember all these characters and like, you know, their abilities and things like that. Like, there's a guy that talks about Glam, who's really funny. I think the muscle guy on Ren's team in the original top 3 of season 1, like, you know, he always freaks out and panics like he's like Usopp, but he has like the strength of like Zoro. For these characters to have this much screen time and memorability and like, you know, to recognize each and every single one of them for their different backstories and playstyles, it's like One Piece, where like you know all the Straw Hats, and not just the Straw Hats. You know the Worst Generation and their abilities, their backstories. You know all the emperors and their backstory. You know Shanks and his backstory. You know Black Clover. We know all the Black Bull's backstory. We know all the Black Bull's abilities, and those are anime that handle even well, they do it later with making all the Beybladers. Breakers pretty relevant. Like usually it's just Tyson and Kai, but Max and what's his name? I know his name. Ray. Max and Ray eventually by G Revolution become relevant and make their own standing in the series, which they always have been. But like again, the first season it seems like it's a Kai/Tyson story, but Max and Kai they develop very well and stand on their own by G Revolution season 3. And they also do it in V-Force, but a lot of people don't like V-Force. I understand V-Force gets kind of slow, but V-Force is pretty necessary, I think, to watch that mid-season. And yeah, so that's what I say, because Naruto, we had the Rookie 9 and they didn't get fleshed out. It was mostly Naruto, Sakura, Kakashi, and Sasuke, where you had all these other great characters who deserved more for screen time, especially because Naruto is longer than Blue Lock, and I can tell you a lot about all these other Blue Lock characters, and I can tell you a lot about Hinata or Neji or Rock Lee or Tenten. Like, they didn't get that kind of screen time. Even Bleach, as much as I love Bleach, outside of season 1, it mostly relegates to the captains. Like, you don't really know much about the other characters. You do, but like, again, like, you guys are longer. You should be able to do what Blue Lock does and, like, flesh out these other side characters. Not that that's a bad thing. I mean, you do want to focus on your main characters, but again, Blue Lock has over like 10, 15 characters, and by the end of season 1 / season going into season 2, basically almost everybody's backstory and their motivations. And again, just for like a sports anime, it's pretty fucking good. It's pretty fucking great, actually. Really enjoyed it. I just finished season 2 last night. Looking forward to season 3. My one complaint, I guess, going into season 2, Ego, I felt like he wasn't as intense as he was in season 1. Like, season 1, Ego is like intense. Ego is like the person that set up this Blue Lock to create the world's greatest striker. He bought 300 forwards, and all of them are strikers. That's all they know how to do. They know how to make goals or want to score goals. And he's trying to make a team out of them. And even in that team, only one of them can become the greatest striker in the world, and that's his plan. So I was like, okay, this is pretty cool, pretty interesting. I won't lie, the first time I watched it, I kind of zoned out, but it just be with new anime. I just like, you have to really capture my attention, and it's not that Blue Lock didn't. I think at the time I had just got laid off. Sorry, I put my socks on, but I think at the time I had just got laid off, and I was just kind of more focused on work and stuff like that. But I feel like more comfortable now. But I have to say, like, as a new soccer fan, like, even seeing a soccer game once or twice in Seattle, soccer's really becoming, like, a new thing I'm starting to like. But, man, yeah, like, don't underestimate Blue Lock. Like, they might not have, like, superpowers like Dragon Ball Z, but their weapons and abilities and how they use it in soccer, it really makes it really cool. So it kind of makes me want to check out the Prince of Tennis. Like, I know that was a popular thing back in Tsunami. I don't know that many other sports anime, but I know the Prince of Tennis is one. And yeah, that's the only one I can think of. I know that there's probably more. I know there's a basketball anime. Yeah, there is a basketball anime. I'm aware of that one, but basketball's not my thing. But yeah, I mean, just very short video. I just wanted to gush about Blue Lock. I didn't really have a lot to say. Kind of looking forward to season 3. Oh yeah, season 2. Even though I didn't like it as much as season 1, because like I said, Ego kind of like wasn't as intense. There was just a lot of great scenes, a lot of great match battles and stuff like that. Shido was pretty cool. The guy that's like the devil of the soccer field. He was a great antagonist. Sayat Itoshi was a great antagonist. Just a lot of good things. And then there were some amazing quotes. I don't think I can clip them in here about this video getting copyrighted, but I loved one of Isagi's quotes where he was like, he was thinking about like how he got here and how he doesn't want to stop. He's like, that version of me is a memory. I know I don't need it anymore. It's just holding me back. It's time to be reborn right now. That was a great quote. Like, again, I'd clip it in here if I could, but if you know the quote, you know what I'm talking about. The second great quote I love is like when he was like, when the world doesn't follow your plan, you have to fix it for yourself. If you knock on the door on someone's heart, you can knock on the door on someone's heart as much as you want, but you can't change them. When the world doesn't work the way you want it to, you can't fix it, you have to fix yourself. Just fucking amazing quotes. And he goes on to say more, but I just can't think of the top of my head. But like, there are some amazing quotes in season 1 of Blue Lock. And I love it because like, it's not just motivational to the characters, but you can also kind of relate it to your real life. Especially some things that I was going through with my ex and like just life where I was like feeling like everything was my fault. And I'm like, no, this is my life now. I have to deal with it, and I'm going to deal with it. So, just really great, awesome quotes. Again, I don't have a lot to say. This is just kind of off script, but, well, everything I do is off script, except when I'm reviewing notes for the manga and talking to you guys about it. But, like, yeah, this one, I just want to gush about it to say how great it is. If I haven't convinced you to watch Blue Lock, I'm telling you, if you like either of these two games, I feel like Blue Lock, not that it got this from Mario Strikers. Mario Strikers is a pretty old game, at least I think it was like 2004, I believe it was, and then I think it was 2009. But if you love Super Mario Strikers / Mario Strikers Charge, you are gonna fucking love Blue Lock. I'm telling you. I think it's a top contender for like current day anime. Especially how it handles all these characters. Again, like a lot of these characters get fleshed out in a very short manga / anime apparently, because only 2 seasons, and I'm not sure how much more of a story you could tell past season 3, because like their whole thing is like getting to the U20s and like becoming the champions. Well, creating the world's greatest striker, but I'm not sure you can flesh out that premise past the 3rd season, maybe 4 seasons. Either way, I've been enjoying it. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I just wanted to talk about Blue Lock for a minute. Yeah, I don't want to make this video too long, especially when I don't have a lot to say. But I have to say, if I had to give 5 top memorable characters, it's Bachida, Baro the king, Bachida the monster. That's how I'm nicknaming them. Nagi the control, love him. Isagi, really love Isagi, his personality, and the quotes Isagi gives. And the last one, there are a lot of great characters, but it's got to be Chigiri, the speedster, the red speedster, the Flash. I'm gonna call him. He's definitely number 1. Anyways, that's all for this quick little review video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know what you think about Blue Lock. Have you finished season 1? Have you finished season 2? Did you kind of fall off? I hope you guys enjoyed it. And again, if you love these games, I'm telling you, you're going to love Blue Lock. Anyways, that's all for this video. See you in the next one. Talk to you later. Bye.